Yeah, what's up, baby? JC Woe, keeping the real FOREX King. So right now, I'm looking at the charts today. Been crazy, man. NFP was super weak, man. This month, NFP was pretty terrible. Back for my old traders that used to trade before coronavirus, NFP would do like 70 or more pips in less than a minute and all that crazy stuff. Now it's like little BS. So let's look at what happened basically in New York session. So right now, for our chart, let's go to the hour chart. So pretty much during London right here, the London session, the GBP USD went up for 2 hours and then it dropped down at 5 a.m. And then during NFP, the market just played around, went down and went back up. All this like all this like dumb stuff. It went like down and then back up, then dropped pretty much for New York session, and now New York we're still going where it retracing off the higher time frame, off the trend line. So I got a lot of trend lines from the past. The market, the past comes back to you. So pretty much it's respecting this trend line for buys for this uptrend move. So that's why it rejected this area and bounced back up. So that's pretty much why if you look for buys, you got caught the buy move right there. Got caught this momentum back up. But pretty much during New York session, it dropped a lot, especially during NFP. It dropped down and then started to retrace up hours later. So the market was pretty low all over the place. Gold still been funny. It dropped down a lot during like London, New York, and then started to trace back up. The Dow, man, the Dow Jones, man, this pair dropped a lot during New York session, and then it started to retrace up also during New York session. But overall, still a downtrend since there's a lot of sell off for the tech sales. So basically, that's the big event that's happening right now in the market. These tech companies are selling off. It's causing the Dow to drop. So that's why the Dow and SB X500 is dropping. Let's go to forward chart. So the economy was doing good, earlier this week, but these last 2 days we have a bearish momentum, big heavy sell-off after Trump tweeted praising the economy. Now we're dropping, but we should expect the market to retrace back up because right now way things are going with like the elections coming up and everything, you could expect the market to come back up in time for the election time. So yeah, so this trend line here on higher time frame, market tested it, rejected, and came back up. So I do see it potentially retesting and coming back up. Overall, it's an uptrend, but right now it's a slight correction for a sell. The different trends you could take in the market, you can decide what type of trend you're looking at. And macro GBJPY, so this pair was like, it went up during London session and then dropped down like 5 a.m. down to like, and it going into New York session dropped down as well. Started retracing a little bit up to a New York session. So this pair been overall downtrend, as you see. You can use trend lines to help confirm, but it's been pretty much a downtrend. So go to the forward chart to see more activity. You see this downtrend, but you can see the market does want to come back up. You can see by all the wick exhaustion here that the market is trying to come back up. So even though it's been like a slight downtrend for these past 2 days in the market, you can see it's setting up for like next week in the market due to this area of demand zone where the market is struggling to break this area. It's constantly retesting the trend line. Now AUD USD. So like I called it earlier this week, that's going to definitely test this area, which it did. So this area is struggling to break. Now it's rejected, trying to come back up after it hit this area. And then for people who trade cryptocurrencies, so cryptocurrencies, you got Ripple. Ripple been constantly dropping right now. Those of you trade XRP, let's go to daily time frame to see what's going on. This pair basically been dropping down for these past couple of days. It's trying to come up today for retracement, but pretty much it's been a downtrend. So I will continue to look for overall sell moves going into next week. But that's basically just looking at the charts. So overall NFP was, to me, garbage. Let's see, you get them scalpers, high risk scalpers. I would say it's pretty much garbage lately. So I wouldn't focus on going big on NFP because the market is just moving like crazy lately. Definitely follow a trend. Decide what time frame you're gonna follow the trend. Are you gonna follow the trend on the 4-hour chart or the daily? Because each one will lead you to different conclusions in the market. Obviously, this is the 4-hour chart. Depending on where you draw your lines for your buys using the uptrend move, you might have to wait a while for it to like retest. So right now, if you're just waiting for it to come down here to buy, you got caught this buy right here. Or if you went to the lower time frames, you got to just roll down some sells till you get to the buy zone to buy. You would like avoid some of these noises and try and catch a drop until it gives you the overall buy move based on a higher time frame. And back to US 30, this is definitely a good pair to learn how to trade because you learn more about the economy if you trade this pair. So I feel like next week is definitely be nice for an uptrend move. Let's go to the weekly chart. So this pair is gonna end bearish for this week, but that means next week it might be set up for a retracement back up. So I do see the pair potentially coming up to test this area, which is 200 area basically. So be on the lookout. So that's all I have for you guys today. Enjoy your week. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. You already know we out here.